Today we're going to be brewing and tasting coffee that was roasted 1 year ago. Let's see how that goes. Coffee is quite a finicky drink when it comes to shelf life. Now, while it'll last for many months and not cause any bodily harm if consumed, it definitely isn't going to taste like it once did. Depending on the roast level and density of the beans, coffee hits peak flavor somewhere between 1 to 4 weeks from the roast date and declines fairly rapidly after that. The drop in flavor is largely due to staling and oxidation, but there are ways to prolong this and slow it down by using proper storage methods. Exposure to heat, sunlight, and air all drastically expedite the staling process, so the key is to store coffee in a way that prevents these things. So let's take a look at the different options that we have available and how effective each one is. Lastly, we'll brew and taste a very well stored coffee that was roasted around a year ago and see if it's any good. First up, we have an airtight jar that's either tinted or opaque. This is an okay solution, and while it does prevent exposure to light, the jar still has air in it and will cause oxidation. Next, we have the standard coffee bag or Ziploc. Coffee typically comes in an airtight bag, and in most cases, these bags will have a one-way valve to allow the CO2 built up during the roasting process to be released without causing the bag to burst. Now, these do a good job and can keep your coffee fresh for a few weeks before you notice an obvious drop in flavor. Just a quick tip, once you open the bag, you are introducing air, so ensure you squeeze as much of it out as possible before sealing it back up. Don't just zip it shut looking like a balloon, because that'll leave a lot of oxygen in the bag to really go to town on the beans. Containers like the ones from Airscape do a similar thing by getting a lot of the air out. Then we have vacuum containers like the fellow Atmos. These do an even better job than the Airscape ones at eliminating air within the container and keep the beans even fresher. They are geared more towards short-term storage for when you've opened a bag of coffee and you want to keep it at its best over the time that you take to consume it. Moving on to more long-term storage, we have vacuum sealing, and this is an excellent choice that does a great job of minimizing exposure to air and keeping your beans fresh for a lot longer than the previous methods that we just mentioned. We're talking several months to a year even if done properly, but there are some caveats. There's an additional cost to buy the hardware, and the bags that are required to use this machine are quite expensive. To get the best results, you'll have to seal it when the coffee is at peak freshness, and lastly, it's not very sustainable. The next option is to freeze. If you have a fridge at home, storing coffee in a freezer is nearly as effective as wax sealing and a lot simpler to do. The lower temperatures significantly slow down the chemical processes that cause staling, thereby keeping your coffee fresh and tasty for a lot longer. Here again, there are some very important things to keep in mind. It is absolutely essential to use an airtight container or bag to prevent freezer burn. Even just the bag your coffee comes in works well, but be sure to seal the valve with some tape to prevent moisture loss. Here too, you'd ideally want to freeze when the coffee is at its peak freshness. It is also of paramount importance to not open the container until the beans have fully thawed. This can take several hours, so the best solution is to take the bag out of the freezer and let it thaw overnight, so it's good to go in the morning. Failing to do this will cause condensation to form on the cold beans and ruin your precious stash. Saving the best for last, we have the ultimate storage method, and that is to combine the previous two. The joint effect of little to no air and very low temperatures dramatically reduce the rate at which coffee degrades, making vacuum freezing the most effective way to keep your coffee fresh. This method with a deep freezer can keep roasted coffee nearly as fresh as the day you stored it for 2 to 3 years, which is just nuts if you think about it. We wax sealed and froze these beans nearly a year ago, so should we open it up and give it a taste? Actually, let's first take a look at the equipment we used before we brew some really old coffee. I'm a little nervous to be honest, because this is the longest we've waited to open a bag of frozen coffee. So the hardware kind of surprised us. We wanted to give this a try, so we googled vacuum packing machine and bought the cheapest one we could find. This dinky little one cost us rupees 1599, which is around $20. And when it showed up, we had next to no expectations considering how cheap this thing looked. But we threw some beans in the dot bag that came with it, placed it in the machine and pressed this button. And lo and behold, 20 seconds later, we were holding a pretty decently vacuum packed bag of coffee. The bags are pricey though, and a 50-meter roll costs us nearly as much as the machine did, so just be aware of that. Which is why we highly recommend reusing these bags at least a few times. Carefully cut off as little as you can from one side so it can be refilled and resealed quite easily. Anyway, so the coffee in question is a bright Kenyan coffee from Tim Wendelbo with lovely floral and ripe berry notes. Okay, shall we open this up and brew some one-year-old coffee? Let's do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and cut very carefully on the corner so that I can reuse this bag as I mentioned earlier. So just slowly. That's about it. So that's obviously waste. We're going to put this stuff away. Yeah, but there are the one-year-old beans. Okay, I'm excited. So what we're gonna do here is we'll do like a standard 2-pour recipe. I'll do 12 grams in 204 grams of water, and we'll do 2 pours plus a bloom. Let me quickly weigh this out. Perfect. Set this aside. Now we're grinding fairly fine. I would call it like on the finer side of medium. Should we give this a smell? Oh my god, okay. That does not smell like one-year-old coffee. The florals are coming through really clearly and I can smell sweet berries. I'm actually quite excited for this now. It's almost like time traveling because I remember really enjoying this coffee and it's why we froze it in the first place. So let's brew this. Let's get that in there. Okay, I've forgotten my chopstick, so don't judge me. I'm just gonna create a little divot with my little finger. Okay, let's brew some coffee. Tear the scales. Let that bloom for 45 seconds. Okay, 45. So over 20 seconds, we want to try and get to 128. And then we give this another small swirl. And then we wait till 1 minute 35 seconds. This is super exciting. It's 10 p.m., but I'm gonna drink this. I'll probably regret it, but I'm excited. I've waited a year to open this bag, and it's gonna be fun to taste it with all of you. And 135. Let's go ahead and give it one last swirl. So we're looking at a drawdown of I think around 3.5 minutes is what it looks like here. Okay, that's done. What do you say we pour some of that into this glass and give this a taste? Oh man, that smells amazing. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I'm going in for a taste. Remember, this is one-year-old coffee. Let it cool down a little bit, but okay, that just feels wrong somehow because we're so sort of anal about coffee being 2 weeks off roast or 3 weeks off roast before we open it. This has been sitting in a fridge for almost a year. Oh wow. Okay, this is so trippy. This coffee is delicious. I mean, it's been a minute since I tried this coffee, so I can't say with any certainty that it tastes the same, but it tastes bloody good, and that's what's important. To be able to drink roasted coffee a year later and have it taste nearly as good is wild. And while it's not something that you do all the time, the fact that you can do this for those special coffees is just brilliant. So the next time you brew a cup that blows your mind, you know how to save some of those beans for a special occasion. Anyway, I really want to go and finish this tasty cup of coffee, even though it's going to ruin my sleep. So I'm going to wrap this one up. But now I'd love to hear from you. How do you store your coffee? Have you tried freezing or vacuum sealing? And how long have you waited to open a bag? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and brew aram se.